Hi guys! So I'm in my kitchen today and I'm so excited to be talking to you about how to make smoothies that actually work to help you heal your gut. And I talk to people all the time who are like, I'm doing all these things right and why is the food not working to help me get rid of inflammation or to get rid of digestive problems. And let me tell you, there is a specific science to this. So I truly know and believe that every single thing that we eat all through the day matters, and it can come down to specific foods that you're putting in your recipes when you have a body who has like digestive stuff or bloating all the time. So I have two different recipes I'm going to show you right now. One, they both help with bloating, okay? Because bloating in general is just a sign that the gut is too slow, that things are fermenting and sitting around, and we need to get things moving again. But I'm gonna show you the fruits that I'm using and why, and these recipes also, by the way, just taste really good. So, but every single thing that you're doing with your food is a choice, and it's about eating on purpose. So let me show you, I hope you can see this. So let's do this one first, okay? So the first one is gonna be a cinnamon cantaloupe smoothie, and this one is specifically for if things are moving, let's just say maybe too fast through the gut, and the other one will be if things might be moving a little bit too slowly through the gut. But regardless, they're all healthy, and they all would fit into any kind of gut healing protocol because of what these foods are and because of how they work and what they do. So I can't really see your comments while I have my phone tipped, but I will look at the end. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is how I cut my cantaloupe. I cut the ends off and the top and the bottom, and then I go around the sides. It just is a lot easier. And then scoop out the seeds with my spoon. Okay, so melons are amazing for the gut, and well, they're amazing in general, but one reason they're so good is because they are pre-digested, which means you can see, like if you've ever eaten cantaloupe, it's sort of like soft and it's kind of like a baby food. You know, I was just talking with one of my clients today about how, you know, when you start a baby on real food, you want it to be easy on their digestive system. Like avocado is actually the number one, which that's another live stream. But melons are pre-digested, which means that you get a lot of benefit by eating melons when you have gut issues, because the whole point of having gut problems is like things are backed up and that things are taking too long to break down and to process and for you to absorb. And so all you need to do to heal your gut with your diet is to make it easier and easier and easier. And so I was just telling my client that melons are really good because it's essentially sort of a step between like eating food and drinking a juice. And if you've ever drank juices before or heard about juicing, the reason that juicing is so efficient and effective is because it's like an IV of nutrients where you get the access to the kale, the spinach, the lemon, or whatever's in your green juice, but you don't have to work for it, meaning your gut doesn't have to turn on and put out all this energy for you to have those nutrients, which is what is happening every time you eat. So if you can take some steps away by choosing different foods, by making them in certain ways, and then of course not putting in foods that slow the gut down, you'll make a lot of progress quickly, okay? So back to the melon. So eat melon. All right, so cantaloupe, I think I'll probably put almost all of this in. So this is, again, smoothie number one. Let's just say if you ever have diarrhea, this would be a good one. Hi, Dina. I think I see your name there. Maybe I'll just put a little bit more. Why not? Might as well use it. Okay, so ice. I put ice on the bottom. If you don't like ice, don't use it. And then we're going to do bananas. So if you have gut issues, bananas are your BFF. I don't care what kind of gut issue you have. It doesn't matter if it's colitis, if you just are bloated, if you have SIBO, if you have cramping, bananas, okay? So you want to be having bananas every day. and remembering that they are on purpose a gut healing food, okay? So we've got to stop thinking that bananas are sugary and all that stuff. We can't think like that when we're trying to heal something, because foods have a purpose in our body and they each heal us in different ways. So you've got to get that fruit is sugar thing out of your brain if you want to heal the inside of your body, okay? So we have cantaloupe and banana. So both of these are on purpose. Cantaloupe is really good for diarrhea and just in general, like I said, it's easy to break down. Bananas, they're smother bad bacteria, and overall just a good digestive food, okay? And then next I'm going to put in some chia. Now, some of you might have seen me use this before, but this is the only chia I buy because, and it's called Mila. I buy it because it is, can you see that? Guys, give me hearts if you can see it, because I can't tell. It's like a really fine, do you see how it's not a seed? It's like a mealy type texture. Let me scoop some out and I will show you even closer. Okay, so here is your chia. See how soft it is? So the chia is already extracted out of the chia is already extracted out of the seed, which you want, because if you just eat these hard chia seeds, you a lot of times will just poop them out and you won't get the benefit of what you're eating them for, right? And maybe you don't even know why you're eating chia seeds. So I would do 1 to 2 tablespoons max. If you tend to have more of like my gut's pushing things out too fast, then you can tend to do a little bit bigger serving than if you're the other way of the equation, which we'll get to next. But again, raw chia, so this has not been heated, it has not been damaged, it's alive and active, and it will help absorb excess fluid in the gut. So it's really good for this specific recipe. So I'm gonna dump all of this in, because I think that's about 2 tablespoons. And next I'm gonna add cinnamon. So if you wanna grate your own cinnamon, go for it. But cinnamon is also a good food for diarrhea. And it goes super good with cantaloupe. Just flavor-wise, so even if you just eat cantaloupe and sprinkle cinnamon, that's an amazing snack that's gut healthy. And then you guys, I typically just put water in my smoothies because people can be sensitive to nuts. They can be sensitive to nut milks, even when you have bloating and gut issues. And so everything that I teach in my Trust Your Gut course is all about the specifics of what every single food does, and we keep adding it up and adding it up so it's easier and easier every single day. And then your body can respond. So I'm gonna put some water in here. Cover the ice. Okay, so there's that one. Can you guys see it? What can you throw in for lots of protein? Okay, I'm so glad you asked this, because how do you say your name? Mediha? Let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. So you do not need to think about the protein when you have bloating. If you just want protein, then yeah. But this is a major myth when it comes to healing the gut. We think that we need to put a whole bunch of protein powder in our smoothies right away in the morning, and that's actually hurting things. That's actually slowing things down, because protein is the hardest for the body to break down and for it to digest. Now, plant protein and animal protein obviously are different, but still protein is protein. And so if you wake up and the first thing that you put in, oh good, thank you, I'm glad I said it right. If you wake up and the first thing you focus on is, am I gonna get enough protein in my breakfast? That can be helpful maybe for some people, but not if you are trying to heal chronic inflammation in your body, not if you're trying to heal your digestive system. It doesn't work like that. So you don't need a protein powder. And this is what I teach my clients to use, like some kind of raw extracted chia if you want protein. But again, the reason that I'm putting the chia in this smoothie, in the Cantaloupe Cinnamon Smoothie, it's not to give you protein. I don't care about that. I care about you healing your gut. And I care about you healing a digestive system that's going too quick if that's your dominant symptom. So we have to work with what's showing up right now and get that taken care of before we move forward in other areas. So like even if you have the most beautiful plant-based pea protein or whatever that's nothing in it, it's still not ideal in the morning. You don't need that. What you need is to make it easier on your whole digestive system all the way for consecutive days so that it can heal. Okay, hope that makes sense. But this is, that could be a protein if you use. It's already starting to gel up. So I'll blend that in a second. Okay, so now, what if you feel backed up? This is fun, huh? So what if you feel constipated? When my mom and dad were babysitting my niece and nephew in Minnesota for my sister a few weeks ago, and they went on a trip together. And my mom told me the story how she texted my sister and was like, oh, Walker is sort of backed up or constipated. That's my little nephew. And so my sister Leslie was like, okay, just make him a smoothie with this, this, and this. And my mom made it for him, and she's like, oh wow, it worked just like that. And I was like, Mom, all foods work like that. All foods have a purpose. And I was like, I love that she's just like whipped out this recipe for his little tummy. But it's the same for you guys too. I mean, you don't have to be a baby for this to work. So my number one food, if you think your digestive system is too slow, meaning like you're not eliminating every day, and you should be eliminating at least twice a day if you're having like at least 2 major meals, is papaya. So who eats papaya? Isn't this so beautiful? Orange, beautiful papaya. So I cut it in half already to show you. I'm trying to get a little bit ready for my cooking video. So here's the other half, it's huge. So papaya, whenever you think constipated, if your kids are constipated, if you're traveling, this happens a lot on airplanes, papaya is your best friend. Eat it every single day until you don't have a problem anymore. Or if it's a longer term thing, then you can work with me in my Trust Your Gut course, and I'll show you how all the foods are adding up to your gut conditions. But you cut it in half, and these little black seeds are not throwaway. So like, here's your cantaloupe. The cantaloupe here, see the cantaloupe seeds? I guess if you want to grow cantaloupe, you can keep them. I throw them away. These are not going to heal your gut. These are going to heal your gut, or help you heal your gut, okay? So papaya seeds they look like caviar, right? No, they are super bitter. They kind of taste like peppery. Yeah, really peppery, I guess would be a good word to say. Like, so they're not really that tasty, but they're super high powerful, and they have a lot of impact. So in case you don't know, or in case you've been dealing with gut issues and you might have been thinking or been told like that you have a parasite or something, this is anti-parasite. This will kill parasites. These black seeds, and eating the papaya, but especially eating the black seeds and things like oregano. I'm not gonna put oregano in my smoothie though, because I want it to taste really good for you guys. But so you need to be eating, in order to get rid of bloating forever, you need to be eating antibacterial, anti-parasite, antifungal, so we can rebalance things and eliminate all that bad stuff that's like stagnant and like putrefying in your gut. Okay, so we're gonna use the seeds from the papaya in this smoothie. All right, so what I do is I take all of the seeds out and I put them in a dish, and then I'll either freeze it or put it in my fridge, depending on how quickly I think I can get through it and use it. So just take a big spoonful, and there's a little bit of the regular papaya, and dump it straight in your cup, maybe extra. Okay, and then I'm gonna tip you guys back down so you can see. Okay. So you don't have to like specifically measure, but just know what you're doing is killing bacteria and parasites, funguses, fungi, okay? And then we're going to add this flesh part of the papaya. And I think I'm missing some here. Slippery. But it doesn't need to look perfect, right? Because it's gonna get pureed. Okay, so rough chop, in it goes. And you guys, I need some cute names for my smoothies, because I am making smoothies for part of my next little ebook cookbook, where every recipe has a specific intention to help heal something in the body, whether it's a physical or emotional thing. And I'm starting with my gut ones, because I'm selling my Trust Your Gut course right now, or I'm running it live starting Monday. And I thought, wouldn't it be so cute to have names for my smoothies that tell what they do in the name, kind of like OPI names their nail polish colors. So if anybody has creative recipe names that kind of tell what they're doing without being gross, then put them in the comments and I will tell you if you win. Okay, so ice, papaya seeds, and papaya. This is really simple. Next, banana, of course. Okay, again, getting rid of more bacteria. We're getting rid of, if you have nausea, bananas are good. If you feel queasy. Plus, it will help cover the taste of the papaya seeds. All right, so if you know you do fine with like an almond milk or a nut milk that is safe, meaning it doesn't have carrageenan, it doesn't have sugar, it doesn't have any additives, and you know that it doesn't like affect you, you can add that. Otherwise, just use water. I just put that in because it was sitting right there. Okay, should we blend? So it's just banana, papaya seeds, almond milk, and ice. Again, this one is ice, water, cantaloupe, raw chia, banana, and cinnamon. Okay, so hold on. Ask me any questions you guys have. Papaya girl smoothie. That could work. But I don't know what it does, Denise. Where's my blender? Oh, I know. I actually made this amazing pea dip, you guys, which it's on my Instagram. I mean, not the blog yet, but it will be, it's so good. Hold on. Hi, Mackenzie. So loud. So cantaloupe's super easy to blend, right? Maybe I'll pour it in a cup, maybe I won't. Okay, here we go. Smoothie number one. This is the cantaloupe one. So this is if you have things moving too fast through the gut, that is your friend. Okay, let me blend this one. Ready for this one? Hi, Alyssa. It looks like, let's just pretend that it looks like vanilla beans instead of papaya seeds, and forget that I told you it's peppery. Okay, can you see it? Whoa. Okay, so remember, this one, to get things going through the gut, and then that's another reason why I didn't put this in there. So chia works both ways. If you have gut issues, it can obviously help if things are like not, if it's like too fast of elimination, it helps with absorbing liquid, right? But it does also work by expanding in your gut, and you have to remember your gut, your stomach, your intestines are muscles, and so sometimes they get weak and they need physically to be able to be strengthened to push. It's like a pulsation, right? It pushes food through. And if you have weak muscles, you need to strength train, and this is like lifting bicep weights, or not lifting, but you know what I mean, lifting weights. Just like for your muscles, this is like that for your gut. You just have to be careful when you're starting out, if this is a big problem, constipation and stuff, that you don't overdo it, okay? So that's why I didn't put it in here, because the purpose was more about the papaya. So papaya seeds, almond milk, banana, and ice, okay? And then this one is the cantaloupe, okay? And again, I put in the chia to help with the excess liquid, but not because I think you need to drink a protein shake, okay? So you don't need to have protein shakes to heal your gut. You need to avoid that, okay? So the biggest problems that I see with people doing smoothies and thinking they're doing something like really good and healthy is, number one, putting in a protein powder when your digestive energy is already weak and already low, and you're just overworking it unnecessarily. But like you think, because a lot of people say, oh, you need to have protein or you're not going to be full, or oh, you need to have protein, or I don't know what you think, you're a waste away or something. It's not the case. Remember, you have to focus on your dominant intention. So if your dominant intention is the gut, then you need to do everything for that and eat that way. Okay, that doesn't mean eating like you're doing CrossFit or something. That's a different culture. This is about food is medicine and food is fuel. And so if you know that, then you don't put tons of protein powders in your smoothies. Okay, you can eventually if you want, but it's not like it's critical, especially at this time. Okay, and then the second part of that is that people choose protein powders that either are inflammatory or contain inflammatory additives. So number one, whey protein has got to go. Don't consume anything with whey protein or whey protein isolate. It is an inflammatory, it's a trigger, it's a gut trigger food. And so if you want to make progress, and also I just think, why would you ever want to eat something that doesn't work for your body, that doesn't make things better and nicer and easier for you to get you the health in the body you want? Why would you ever want to eat that? I mean, especially because you can buy any other kind, you know, or chia. Like every single thing that you think, oh, I need to have that, there's a better alternative, or, you know. So once you're aware of what foods trigger you, you just take them all out, and then the body has room to start responding. So don't do the whey. I mentioned pea protein before, and I've actually had people that have trouble with pea protein when they're trying to work with digestion. So I think it's because it's concentrated, it's highly concentrated, and you have to remember that when you think about food, it's not just like rice. Rice is different than rice pasta, you know, so it's more concentrated, like coconut flour, you know, it's like, it's different than the main thing, okay? So release the need for protein. Make sure you do have a protein, it's pure, it's a plant protein, it's good for you. It's not a gut trigger food, and you're using it in a small enough dose, but you have to put it in with this blend of healing the gut foods, which, my friends, is fruit. Fruit is really, really important for healing the gut, and you just have to take away this concept that fruit is sugar, or I'm going to eat too much fruit and that I'm going to gain weight. Well, your weight will shake itself out when you have a healthy body, when you have healthy systems in your body. And when you have bloating all the time, when you have IBS symptoms, when you have all those things that digestive people have or problems indicate, that means that you have some work to do with the way that you're feeding yourself, okay? So I hope you guys try these smoothies. If you make them, tag me on Instagram at jody.bullock. And use the hashtag #TrustYourGut. And I want to remind you that we're starting Monday. It's a 6-week course, it's a group program, and I'm going to teach you every single thing about food and how food impacts you and your digestive system so that you can very simply, easily, and wisely start to choose differently. And I'm teaching you the protocol, the format, and then the formulas for food that work so beautifully with the gut in its natural ways so that it has time to catch up, to heal, you still have the nourishment you need without overloading your body and your digestive system so that it's working so hard, because it can't be working so hard when it's already overtaxed. You have to let it have space while you still eat. So we're eating every single thing on purpose. So just like, these are just 2 little recipes, right? There's way more. And so food is my thing, and food is how I healed my body. And so I'm gonna teach you guys who are in the course how to use these foods in specific recipes to reset everything. So that's what the first 2 weeks is. So the first lesson releases on Monday. We have a lesson every week and then a group coaching call every week. So you get to ask me your questions. You can post your questions in our private Facebook group anytime. But we're going through every single thing about food, how your digestive system works, the timing of it, what foods trigger you and why, what foods are the best gut healing foods, the easiest on the gut, how to use them in recipes, how we can eat long term for a healthy gut. So this is not about a long elimination diet or taking things away forever. So the goal is that you restore the energy there so that you're able to much more easily process the things that you love to eat, and really start to learn how food impacts you so significantly on a daily basis, right? So, you know, I've had clients, you guys, that have had struggles with their digestive system for years, and it's just like an awareness thing. Like, if you don't know how food is impacting you, you could be eating paleo and being like, what's wrong? Why doesn't this work? Well, because paleo isn't a gut healing protocol. That's why. So just eating healthy is not the same as eating on purpose to heal your gut. Okay, does that make sense? So let me see if I have the link here. Does anyone have any questions for me about food or digestion or anything? Hi Dana, how's it going? Where's my video? I want to go on a walk, you guys. I'm afraid it's gonna like pour rain on me again. It started doing that this morning and I was gonna go. Okay, so we start July 1st. There it is. Pin. And 6 weeks long. So there's just a group option, there's a payment plan, there's a pay in full, and there's a VIP option if you want to have me coach you one-on-one during the course, in addition to getting to take the group and have access to all the videos and the lessons and the recipes, and you get to keep that for life. So you'll always know what to do, you'll know what to feed your family, and all these little situations that rise up. So I just love when people are educated and they know how to take care of their bodies and have confidence in that. Okay, all right, that's it. So try the recipes, let me know how they go for you, and I'll talk to you guys soon.